In this video, we're going to talk about file I/O. So far, for input-output mechanism, we used input from the terminal and output to the terminal, printout. So input from terminal was std in, and then output to the terminal was std out. Okay. There are other ways. It's actually, you can use files as an input and output channel. Actually, in Linux, std in and std out, in a sense, is a file. They treat it as a file uniformly. But anyway, so if you want to read from a file, or if you want to write to a file, you can actually use the same functions. What does that mean? So if you want to read a string, then actually you can call read string. Let's say some string function. Let's say this is hello. String variable str c string str, and then you put some string. Probably we want to know how to open a string, but anyway, so let's say string s, we put s there. Okay. So as long as s is like open well, then this would work. Okay. Or you could actually call write num, let's say 10 to a string s, as long as this s is well opened. Okay, so it comes down to talk about the function to open a string. So how do you open a string? How do you open a file as a string? The function is fopen. Okay, so there's two input parameters for the fopen. So first one is file name. So let's say input.txt. Okay. So this means what? I want to open the input.txt as an input stream. And then second one is how do you want to use that file as a stream? So there's two ways, input stream or output stream. So if you want to use that as an input stream, just give or. Or another way, if you want to output to some file, you give w, write, as a parameter. Okay? So now it returns string. So stream as seen, like this, then s in will be well open string as long as, well, there has to be, as long as like there is some file input.txt. If there's such a case that there's no input.txt, well, there's a problem, and fopen recognize that. It outputs basically 0. Okay, so if it is 0, that means what? Fopen failed. Okay, so now let's try to code up. Okay. So IC210, U3. Okay. let's think about this calculator. We just talked about calc2.c. Okay, so this is the calculator file. Okay, what I want to do is this. So instead of using standard in, I want to open some input stream using some file name. Okay, well, I don't know what the file name should be. Well, I can think about it. So yeah, so let's think about this case where, like, the program takes the file name from the user. Okay, so then the program prompts input give the input file name. Okay, file name, and then file name. I'll just create a C string so that I can read string f name from the user input. So that's standard in. Okay. Okay. Based on this input string, file name, what I want to do is create a stream as in by opening whatever the file name's value would be. That's from the user input. I want to open as read. Okay. And now all you need to do is this standard in is change it to be SN. Good. Okay, let's think about it. So let's first compile. Compilation works, and then let's create some input in that txt. 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals, and then maybe into that txt 1 minus 1 equals. Okay, so now let's run a.out that we just compiled. Input now in that txt. Okay, that's 6 because in the txt contains 1 plus 2 plus 3. That's great. And then let's run again the program into that txt. It's 0. So it's working fine. And now you're curious, what about xx.txt? Oh, something really bad happened. Segmentation fault. This is some error that you would hate probably when you do the project. So something really bad happens. So why is it that? Let's go back to the source code. So because f name contains some weird file name, which was xx.txt, well, there's no such file, then fopen returns 0. But then rechar from 0 is like something that's very weird. And then some like memory crash taking place. Okay, so you should never call rechar where sin is 0. So what's the problem? Well, because sin is 0 in some cases. So to guard against that, we need to make the program quit complaining, sorry, somehow like there's no such file, I cannot go further, I want to quit now, something like that. So how would you do that? Well, one way to do that is, well, if it is 0, right, that means something bad happens. So prompt, I put S, okay, file open failure. Okay, complain this to the terminal, and then you can just say return 1. You can return to 0 or whatever, that's fine. But 1 is basically signaling to the terminal that something bad happened. 0 is no error. Non-0 is some error. Okay, that's usually a way to signal to the terminal. But here it doesn't really matter. You can just do this. It's fine, or 1. It doesn't matter little because you don't do anything in the terminal. Anyway, so if you do that, okay, so let's compile that. Open it, xxx, txt. Okay, file open failure, and then it says exit 1. So exit 1 is what? Was not exit 0, right? If you change to 0, okay, let's compile 1. Sorry, 2. Take that out. xxtxt. File open failure. So if it is 0, you don't see this exit 1. Okay, exit 1 because you returned 1 non-zero, so something bad happens, and it basically tells the terminal tells this. But if it is 0, no error, so it just doesn't say this complete. Okay. Anyway, another way to finish the program early. So return is really a powerful way if something bad happens and if you want to quit right now. Return means stop here, right? Another equivalent way of saying is exit. Just calling exit function will just make the program stop right away. Okay, and then if you do that, txt, okay. Same effect. Okay, so in this video, we talked about opening an input string, and then you can basically use that string to anywhere for read and write functions. So instead of std, you can basically do a scene that you just open from fopen. Okay, and then there's a way to stop the program right away, especially we need that to guard against the case where user inputs some weird file name. Okay, so one more interesting thing is, well, let's think about open a string for output. So let's say out.txt. Okay. Now we have to open with a W flag. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna write the number into sout, into sout instead of standard out. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay. Okay. So now gcc cal to.c. Okay. So now let's do this. Out. Give me the file name in2.txt. What is it? In.txt. And then result was 6. See, now because you didn't use std out, there's no output to the terminal. But if you type ls, out.txt was created, and if you cat it, see there's 6. Okay, that means cat means finding out the contents, which is 6. Now, if you do a.out with in2.txt, and then if you check out the contents of out.txt, now it contains 0. Okay.